Hello everyone, welcome to the Future with AHI. We have started a very wonderful series, and I'm sure that you all that have been looking at us or watching us from the very beginning, you would actually attest to the fact that we've actually done so much as it has to do with agric and agri-policies in Nigeria. Today is the final of this series, and then I have some wonderful people with me today that will be sharing the topic with you all. It's actually the role of women in food security. I know that most of you will be like, Kai, finally we brought women to the discussion. Yes, we understand that women in the society play a very important role in all spheres of the society, not just agriculture. But then today we want to talk about agriculture basically to see how women is actually important in the scheme of things for the agric landscape and then the nutritional food landscape in Nigeria. So with me today, I'm having some very wonderful people that will be sharing with us from their experiences, their expertise, and then also from knowledge, and then in every way trying to help us understand the role of women and then the gender gap as it has to do with agriculture in Nigeria. I will allow them introduce themselves to you. I just don't want to spill the whole secret right now. It's actually a huge secret, a very big one that you would be wowed about. I have people that you would really want to hear from. So let's turn to women. Should I do women first? No, let's do you. So all right, you're welcome, Mr. Lambo. So you would actually want to help me introduce yourself to my audience.
Okay, good afternoon once again. My name is Ambassador Lambo Hosea. I'm an agri consultant and also a IT personnel, social media manager as well, also with Smart Founder.
Did you hear that? IT personnel with smart. How did you even mention? There are so many that I couldn't even bring myself to remembering all of the things that you have mentioned. An agri consultant, an IT person. It means that we'll be mixing agriculture with the digital technology thing and all that. That's actually very great. Thank you so much, Mr. Lambo. Thank you. So we have also Miss Yanolua, and then she'll be helping us introduce herself to us. So please. Would you tell my audience who you are? I'm sure that they will be shocked by who you are right now, right?
Yes, my name is Adibaye Yanulua. I am a graduate of animal production from Kogi State University, now Prince Albert Abubakar University. I actually practice animal science, animal production at the back of my house, yes, and I'm actually I'm part of the women that play a role in food security in Nigeria.
Did you hear that? I told you that we're talking about a role of women in food security, and then we'll have someone, a woman that's actually doing what we're talking about today, and then she's going to be all the backyard farming, urban farming, and all of those things that we've been talking about in this program. She's going to be dissecting it for us because she has and she's an animal scientist, and then she's practicing animal husbandry in her backyard. Oh, that's actually very wonderful. So let's quickly dig in. Let's start digging into what it is that we have before us today. So, Mr. Lambo, let me start from you, because we have our woman that's going to be doing a whole lot of justice. So you'll be starting and then she'll be concluding. All right. So, women and food. I just want us to do like a definition of things and look at who a woman is, and then what should be their role, or what is their role in food security. I just want like a background, a basis to our topic.
Okay, thank you so much. I welcome you all once again. Women actually are very important personalities. They are housekeepers, they are role models, they are an important and a very essential part of the society, which is not to be neglected. Bringing it into food security. Food security, as we all know it's the availability of food as when needed, either at individual level, household level, you can talk about regional level, or you can talk about the globally as well. So when you bring in women into food security now, in the way I see it, it's like saying you are handling food security to someone that is most trusted, someone who has been equipped, yet does not have the opportunity to actually do what he has been equipped to do. So that is actually how I see women in food security, because they play very vital roles, despite everything surrounding women, limiting factors surrounding women. But women still play a very, very vital role when it comes to food security. You know, the four aspects of food security: accessibility, availability, utilization, and the rest. You know, when you look at the four aspects, you discover that when we bring women into the picture, there is actually a wider perspective to it. You know, the woman, biologically speaking now, has the ability to reproduce.
Yeah.
Yes, the woman has the ability to reproduce. So if the women are now given more opportunities, they are given more platforms to express that ability. You know, it's like planting a seed in a very fertile land. You know, it has the ability, it produces more than what is expected of it. So it's like saying you have a field that is well fertilized, and then you're planting a good seed. You know, it can produce more and then feed everybody. So I believe that women's role in food security is very, very important, and the woman has the woman needs to come to the realization also that she has a role to play as regards food security, because some people feel as a woman, I shouldn't farm, I shouldn't go to carry bow and cutlass. But as we have seen recently, the tide has changed with technology coming into agriculture, with innovations and all that. You don't need all those stress to actually be involved in agriculture. There are a lot of things that women can come into and then help in this fight against food insecurity, because population is increasing on a daily basis, and so we need to produce more in order to be able to feed these young ones that we are bringing into this world.
Wow, thank you so much, Lambo. That's actually very good. But then, for women, I just want to ask this question before we come back to you, Jan. I just quickly want to establish the fact that for women in food security, don't you think that women participate more in agriculture? Maybe not the entire agri value chain, maybe just the production, that's the farming, primary farming. Because you go to rural areas, most of the people doing the farming, most of the people doing all the cultivation, the whatever, they are women.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think in the percentage, in the scheme of things, they are being really recognized for what they do and all that? Because even the primary production, primarily it's women. Let's say 70 to 30%. 70% will be women, especially in the rural environment or in the rural settings. What do you have to say to this?
Well, women at the rural level, they are actually at the forefront. You know, years ago, the United Nations actually, during the Food System Summit, they actually termed women as food heroes because of the enormous responsibilities and the innovations and the ideas and that in-depth qualities that a woman has. You know, I talked about reproducing more than what is being given. So, despite the fact that they have these potentials, there are limiting factors. We talk about the gender gap, whereby they are being seen as their roles stopped in the kitchen, and then they are not being allowed or given opportunities to have access to some things that will help in the farming. You know, it has been our culture in most parts of the world that women do not have access to land. And so farming becomes a little bit difficult. So you discover that they don't have access to land, they don't have access to credit, they don't have access to interventions that can help boost their production abilities, despite the fact that these people are supposed to be at the forefront. So it has been actually a limiting factor on the side of the women, the gender gap. They are being seen as weaker persons. Opportunities have been far coming, so it has actually been a struggle for the woman.
All right, thank you so much, Lambo. So, Yano, would come to you now. Now, from the scheme of things, we see that women are actually in the forefront of production, especially farming in Nigeria and all that. Do you think Nigeria, you're a woman, you're practicing this thing and all that, do you think that the government, they need to come into the operation? They need to start looking at the direction of women getting involved in agriculture and all of that, and then investing more? Or do you think that what the government is doing at the moment is actually very okay for women? We really do not need much of those things and all that. What do you're a woman that practices agriculture, so I want you to talk to us from a point of experience, from a point of knowledge and all that. What do you think we should do to boost your effort now, right?